Hello. Welcome to Leveraging Social Media for Your Small Business During a Pandemic. I'm Kristen Koltik, for those of you who don't know me, and I just want to thank you for taking the time to be with me. Before we get started, I really want to offer a couple of apologies. My intention was to do this as a live webinar, and unfortunately, I've been having a lot of issues with my internet. I was trying to do a live stream yesterday. It took about 40 minutes before we could get the live stream up and going, and I was hoping to have better luck today, but I've been having the same issue, and rather than have everyone come on live and run into the same kind of problems, I decided the best way to keep this workable and do it with integrity and have this content available to you guys that I would pre-record. So I do apologize for that, and I apologize as well because since I'm doing this as a recording, I'm not going to use the PowerPoint. It's kind of chaotic, I guess, for me to try to do all of those things at once. So I'm not going to have slides. This is just kind of thrown together. My intention here is this is such a crazy and unprecedented time for all of us. And I've been seeing so many people on my news feed who are really struggling to keep their small businesses going. And I wanted to find a way to contribute and to help. So my hope for this is that, particularly for people who have a brick and mortar business who've not been leveraging social media for their businesses, that this will help offer some guidance and some strategies for getting that going and hopefully helping them to sustain those businesses. So that's kind of what this is going to be geared towards. If you do have an existing business that you're already using social media to promote, I still hope you'll stick around. I think there might be a few tips and maybe a few nuggets for you here. So I hope that you stay with me. So my apologies again for having this pre-recorded. Because it's pre-recorded, there will not be an opportunity for Q&A at the end. But my commitment really is to support you guys in any way that I can. So please feel free if you have any questions or concerns, if you need help strategizing specifically for your unique business, or if you're looking for a more comprehensive strategy for your social media marketing, you can always reach out to me. You can email me at info@kristenkoltik.com, or you can send me a message on my Facebook business page, or just comment below this, and I will make sure that I get back to you. So again, thank you for taking the time to be here. The final apology is that because we were going to do this as a live webinar, I really, my schedule's kind of chaotic right now, and because I work from home, not much is really different for me other than like all other moms right now. I've taken on being a homeschool teacher. So I'm not going to edit this video. So whatever, whatever outtakes there may be, they're just going to stay. I don't have the time commitment to be able to go back and edit the video. So you get what you get. All right, so let's get started. Why social media? I do apologize too, because I have some pop-ups coming. Lots of apologies. We just have to adapt, and that's something we're going to talk about in this conversation, is being adaptable and going with the flow. So why social media? Social media during any time at all, not just during a pandemic, is an excellent way of getting your business out there, because it's really unlimited reach. You can reach hundreds to thousands of people depending on what your business is and what your goals are, really just from your fingertips. And it's essentially free advertising for your business. During a period like this, which is really unlike anything we've ever experienced before, social media can be a really powerful tool, and almost a necessary tool to keep your business going. And that's really because even during a time where we have such limited reachability, you can still have access to limited reach of potential customers and clients. So yeah, I was actually just on another webinar about commerce conversion, and they were, and again, I'll get into this in a few minutes, but really having a conversation about how important it is right now to pivot your marketing and your business using social media. So now's the time. If you haven't already established a social media presence, now's the time to do that. If you have already, then it's a great time to take it to the next step. So using social media, there are a lot of different social media sites, platforms that you can use. Particularly, I use Facebook primarily, but there's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. What's helpful is if you just kind of branch off of whatever social media you're already using. That way you don't have to invest a lot of time into learning a new platform, and you can really just kind of focus on using the audience that you've already established to start trying to market your business through those platforms. If you want, you can create a separate business page on Facebook or Instagram, and just briefly want to touch on, the pros and cons of doing that. I personally do most of my marketing through my personal Facebook page, but I do have a business page, and that's been beneficial in some ways. When you have a separate business page, it's kind of like a centralized, focused space for people to stay up to date and connected with your business, and it kind of separates it from your personal page. I don't necessarily think that's always a great idea, especially in the beginning, because if you do create a business page, you're kind of starting from scratch. You have to invite people and get people to kind of come from your personal page over to your business page and build up a following, build up an audience. It can, like I said, be beneficial in some ways, but it really depends on how much time you have to invest and how simple you want to keep things. So you can absolutely use your personal Facebook or Instagram to promote your business. So the main thing I really want you to take away, we're going to cover a couple of different topics, but the biggest one for me is the idea of connection. Connection equals acquisition. The most successful people in the field of sales are successful because they understand that their business isn't sales at all. Their business is relationships. What sets you apart from anyone else who is offering similar services or products is you. So what people are investing in is you. And in order for people to know who you are and what you're about, you have to offer that up to them. Now, I know a lot of people have a great deal of resistance and kind of that desire to protect their privacy. I'm sorry, I'm getting yard work done in my house, so there's some noise from that. So what was I saying? Oh, so connection. You've got to open yourself up to that. And I know that particularly some older generations, they like to maintain a lot of privacy, and so they don't really want to put themselves out there. I'm certainly not recommending that you air all of your dirty laundry and all of your talking religion and politics, but you really got to open up and let people kind of get a glimpse into your life and who you are. So there's a number of ways to build that connection using social media, which then translates into acquisition. Especially now, people are longing for connection more than ever. I mean, we are all so isolated and just kind of desperate to feel connected, to be connected. So how you can do that is to really, share things about your life, post daily updates. You can post things about your business for sure. And really the good and the bad here. I know there's kind of a tendency, especially on social media, where we just want to present this highlight reel. But vulnerability and authenticity are really the best ways to generate like organic connections. So don't be afraid to share your struggles and tell the truth and open up about, what life is like for you right now as you're dealing with the pandemic and trying to keep your business going, and what that's like, for your family. You definitely don't want to be, oh, poor me, and I have a lot of negativity or anything, but to just be real and share what you're going through, and share the victories, share the struggles, all of it. And you can share that through posts, just using words, just post updates. But what's definitely more effective is posting photos. You can post photos of, your employees, or photos of, maybe you've got your spouse or your kids, now helping you out with your business, and posting fun photos like that. And really a great way, especially with all of the quarantine and social distancing, is to do live, pop on Instagram or Facebook Live, let people see your face, hear your voice, because that's something that right now we're all just really longing for, is to see faces. And it's another reason why I'm really disappointed that I'm doing this as a recording and not as a live webinar, because I was really excited to just be with you guys and see your faces and just kind of, have a virtual hangout. But again, adaptability. So aside from the business though, like I said, you really want to kind of offer up parts of yourself. If you're really just focusing on business and sales, it's not all that relatable. I'm sure you can relate to receiving some sort of cold call or a solicitation at your front door. And there's just kind of an automatic psychological disconnect from that. It doesn't really resonate, and people just kind of shut down from that. So the more you can offer up of yourself, sharing about your family, sharing, maybe your elderly mom is by herself in another state and you're concerned, but you talk to her, just share little tidbits about your life to help people get a sense of who you are and what you're dealing with day to day, and the positive and the negative. You can also share things, about your neighborhood, your community, different causes or charities that you support. Anything that just kind of connects with people or inspires people. And just like I said, kind of keeping it real and avoiding being too Debbie Downer, but not being afraid to, be authentic. You don't have to have that highlight reel and have it all together, especially with what we're all going through right now. I mean, whatever it is you're going through, there are people out there who can relate to that and will feel connected to you through your sharing of that experience. Another just quick tip is that a lot of people have a tendency of, like, you post something on Facebook and then people comment on it and you just kind of read the comments and move along. It's really important to take a moment to acknowledge everyone who takes time out of their day to comment and contribute to your post. So it's just something that doesn't take a whole lot of time, but can really make a difference in allowing people to feel connected to you, is to just, respond individually to every comment, especially, any comments that are showing any type of support or encouragement. You really just want to take the time to acknowledge those. So, all right, that's kind of it for connection. That's a really big thing. I can't really emphasize enough how important connection is in not only any business, but when you're dealing with social media, you're not face to face with people organically, and so you kind of have to compensate in a lot of ways for building those connections. But it's totally possible. And just a quick example is, I've run a number of businesses through social media over the years. And, I've built such a strong connection and that credibility with people that I think it was 2 years ago, I always make homemade gifts with my son for his teachers every year, because we usually throw a Starbucks gift card or something in, but I feel like it's, more meaningful for Micah to, get to be creative and make something for his teachers, and then his teachers have something to remember him by. It's just more thoughtful and meaningful. And we do something different every year, but I think it was 2 years ago, we decided to make hand-poured candles, soy candles. And we did it, and it was so much fun, and they turned out so beautifully that just on a whim, we decided that we were going to start a candle business. It just literally came from this one day we made these candles for my son's teachers, and then we were like, oh, let's do this. And so we like launched it right away, and we didn't even have a website. I was just using social media, and I started an Etsy page. And within 3 weeks, we had grossed $2,500 from these candles. And it was just like a supplementary income. I mean, it was just amazing. But it was because I had already invested so much into establishing these connections, and that, people just already had that kind of relationship with me. So it was surprising, but it's kind of a remarkable thing how much that makes a difference. So the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is adaptability and promotions. So I was on a commerce conversion webinar earlier today, and I had already wanted to talk to you guys about this, and this was kind of a reinforcement for me. I'm hearing different stats and strategies that, and these are pretty big companies, and how they're pivoting to adapt to COVID-19 and everything that comes along with that. And so really the consensus is that the companies, kind of regardless of what their product or services are, the companies who are pivoting to a focus on social media and e-commerce, as well as using promotions, are the ones who are maintaining the most steady revenue. So this is something I definitely want to talk to you guys about, and it's something really simple that you can do on social media. Promotions are always, even when the quarantine period is over, promotions are always a really great way to kind of gain attention for your business and get people excited and draw people in, because everybody, likes the idea of getting a deal or getting something for free. So there are a number of ways you can use promotions. I mean, really kind of the options are infinite. But using these promotions right now is really a best case scenario for brick and mortar businesses and businesses that are, kind of having to discover a new way of staying afloat. So again, I want to mention this adaptability. Pivoting is essential in business. And usually, we're not in the type of circumstance that we're in right now. This is really unprecedented. But that adaptability and willingness to pivot where you need to pivot, to recognize and acknowledge and get rid of what's not working, and through sometimes trial and error, figure out what will work for your business moving forward is critical, now more so than ever. And I have total confidence in you guys. And again, if there's something that you want to discuss about your specific business and situation, please reach out to me, because I'd be happy to help strategize with you around promotions. But there are a lot of different kind of promotions you can do. Some examples are like BOGO, buy one, get one free, buy one, get one half off. And I mean, you can do that whether you're selling candles or cheeseburgers, you know, whatever it is. You can do like a BOGO. You can do things like freebies. You know, if you buy something, then you get something else for free. You know, let's say you're like a brick and mortar restaurant, you could maybe offer a free dessert with a purchase of an entree. Say you're like a makeup company or something, you can offer, you know, like a free lip gloss with a purchase. Just different things like that. I mean, it's tough if you're, you know, for places like a yoga studio or a gym or something like that where you're really struggling. Again, this is something where maybe we would, you know, do a one-on-one session, but you can start, a lot of people are already starting to do like online classes, and you could do something like, you know, buy 10 sessions, get 2 for free or whatever. I mean, whatever works for you, because of course is a delicate balance between trying to maintain your revenue and staying afloat, and also, you know, making it work for your customers, because a lot of people are struggling financially right now. So you can also offer incentives via shipping or delivery type of incentives, free shipping, expedited shipping. I'm seeing a lot of brick and mortar, again, to go back to the restaurants and stuff that weren't previously on things like DoorDash, offering, you know, free delivery, which can help set you apart from someone else who's offering the same thing, but is, you know, charging for the delivery or for the shipping. Another great way to incentivize people is through contests or raffles, and this is really great on social media, because it's kind of a kill two birds with one stone. So when you do something like a contest or a raffle, you can do it in a way where what I like to call like, comment, share contests. So you come up with a contest or a raffle, maybe, you know, everyone who enters, eventually you'll hold a drawing or whatever. Or you can even do it like, guess, like some sort of trivia, and whoever gets the right answer wins or whatever. And it could be a gift card, or, you know, like a basket of your products, really anything. The sky's the limit. But when you do the like, comment, share contest on social media, it's not only incentivizing people to, you know, buy something off of you, or, you know, use your services, or engage with your business, but it's also they're going to help spread the word for you, because the way that works, the like, comment, share, is you post about your contest or your raffle, and in order to get entered, even if it's like a trivia thing, in order to be entered into the contest, you have to like the post, comment something on the post, and then share the post on your page. So that starts growing exponentially, and you start getting a lot of visibility to your business as those things get shared. I do want to mention, though, it's really important, when you're making those types of posts, anytime you're promoting your business, if it's on your personal Facebook, it's really important that your settings are public. If you don't want to set your profile to public, you can go in individually on every post and change the settings for that post to public. And you always want to do that for your business, because the way the you know, algorithms work is that on Facebook is, if people are liking and commenting on your stuff, then their friends will see that in the newsfeed and stuff. So it just increases your visibility, and we'll get a little bit deeper into that in a minute. But yeah, the like, comment, share contests are a great way to get people excited, get people engaged, and also help spread the word about your business. The other thing real quick is not exclusive to social media, but just a suggestion is to directly message people. You can do text messages. I see some people doing text messages, email blasts, or even on social media where you're sending a direct message to groups of people and offering, a coupon, some sort of incentive or offer. You can post coupons on your Facebook as well. The important thing is that whatever promotions you're going to use, you want to post about them, and post about them frequently. And you can do things like daily giveaways, daily coupons, different thing for each day, however you want to do it. Like I said, the possibilities really are endless. It's just really whatever you think might work for you. And yeah, so moving on. Another kind of strategy and tip that I have been seeing companies have a lot of success with is the kind of combining this concept of building connection with the concept of promotion via contribution. And that really is just to say it's simply launching some sort of pay it forward or charity campaign. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of people struggling, a lot of people with various needs that are not being met. And a great way to kind of relate to your audience and have them relate to you and feel connected to you, and at the same time promote your business, is to create some sort of contribution campaign. You could do things like a veteran or senior discount, or some sort of service to them. You could hold some, this doesn't have to be something that comes out of your pocket. You can do things like donate lunch to essential workers, or donate a percentage of your profits on these days to just some cause that you're passionate about. You could offer a free product or a discount to moms. A lot of moms are feeling really overwhelmed right now because they're they've become stay-at-home teachers as well, or even working teachers. There's just a lot of moms who are really overwhelmed. That's not a plug for moms. I'm just saying there are a lot of groups of people that you can support through your business. And like I said, it doesn't have to come out of your pocket. You can really do things like hold a food drive at your business, and you can do that within the codes of social distancing. Just have a drop off. And maybe even if you could do something like, if you drop off a bag of canned foods, get a $10 coupon. There's just a million things you can do to contribute to the community right now. And what that really does is it allows people to feel good about supporting your business, because they know that supporting your business is actually going that extra step and supporting a really good cause as well. So kind of the final thing I really want to touch on, and this is kind of a social media 101. So if you're already using social media for your business, this is probably already you're aware of these things, but it's just the issue of visibility. So if you have not yet really established a social media presence for your business, you may or may not know that on social media, there are algorithms which determine what is visible to the other people using the platform. And there are just a few simple ways to kind of beat the algorithm and help make your content more visible. All of these promotions and connections and everything that you're doing kind of is in vain if no one's seeing it. But the good news is it's really not that difficult to beat these algorithms. So there's just a few simple steps that you can take in order to ensure that you're maximizing your visibility. The first one is, like I said, make sure that your page is public, or if you don't feel comfortable having your page public, that you make sure that you go in and set the settings for each of your business posts as public. You can use tags. You can do this on Instagram and on Facebook, is where you tag people. And you can tag, your mom, your sister, your best friend, anyone that you have an existing relationship with that is in your corner and wants to help support your business. You can tag them, and that way when you make a post, if they're tagged into it, it will not only be visible on your profile, but it will be visible on theirs too. So that's just another way to make sure more people are seeing the post. Again, like I mentioned before, you want to take the time to respond to personally, individually, to every comment that is left on your post. That's another kind of kill two birds with one stone, because you're not only helping people feel connected and related to you by acknowledging them, but you're also increasing visibility. The way the algorithm works essentially is that the more engagement with the post, the more visible it is. So the more people are interacting with the post, the more people see it. So if people are liking the post, if people are commenting on the post, then essentially Facebook is deeming it more relevant, and so they'll show it to more people. So when someone comments, that's one comment, and then you take the time to comment and respond, that now there's two comments. So the algorithm is just adding up how many comments are. They don't know that, you're responding or whatever. So taking the time to like and respond to all of the comments that get left on your post, and this is not just business posts, because again, the more your overall posts are getting engagement, the more your posts will be visible. So the other thing is hashtags. That's really more of an Instagram and Twitter thing, which I, at least for me personally, I have always kind of made, like 95% of my business revenue through Facebook. I know a lot of people do a lot of things on Instagram, but I think for, at least the businesses that I've done, I guess with the candle business, I do get some business from Instagram, or people go from Instagram to my Etsy page, but I think there's sort of an older demographic on Facebook. That's not to say old. I mean, like I think 30 and up on Facebook, and then people younger than that aren't really on Facebook. So that's where it's kind of beneficial to use Instagram. But for me personally, the people 30 and above are people with more expendable income and a better target audience anyways. But it's really up to you. And again, everything is trial and error and custom based on what your product or service is and what your target demographic is. Again, with the like, comment, and share contests, that is another way to really boost your visibility, because you're getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and a lot of shares. And then the Facebook algorithm is like, whoa, this is important. Let's show it to lots of people. And then the final thing is what I call engagement posts. Now, these are posts that essentially ask for engagement. You're asking for input. This can be related to your business, or it can be totally unrelated to your business. I mean, it could be something like, which paint color should I use? or which car should I buy? I'm in the market for an SUV, anything like that. Because what happens with those type of posts, people naturally love to tell you their opinion. People just want to express their opinion. They want to be heard. So when you create a post like that, you're going to get a lot of engagement. You're going to get a lot of comments, and again, that's just going to boost your visibility. And the other thing about that is you're not just getting this boost in your visibility, but you're also getting an opportunity to kind of know your audience better, know what they're looking for, know what they're about, know what they like. So it's kind of a win-win, especially when you are doing that about your business. Like you could say, I have friends who, like sell makeup, and they might say like, this lipstick or this lipstick, which one do you like better? Something like that. And yeah, it just kind of makes people feel heard, like their opinion matters, and they just like to give their input. It's fun, and again, the more comments you are getting on the post, the more people are going to see the post. So that's kind of it. I did want to just quickly mention, and this is not my area of expertise, but I did want to quickly mention, and I kind of touched on this, I think, earlier, but the webinar I was on earlier was really just about how the businesses who are sustaining their a steady revenue right now, or those who are pivoting to e-commerce and social media. I know a lot of businesses, brick and mortar, like restaurants and bars and things like that, your grocery stores, things like that. It's a lot more difficult to kind of shift to an e-commerce model. But there are things like Etsy. You can get a website. You can you really can get a website very inexpensive. If you need like a web guy, I can certainly refer you. I have a great one. For restaurants right now, I mean, you can get on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and like I said, offer free shipping or whatever. You can offer coupons and promos through those things. I don't own that type of business, so I'm not really sure on the specifics of that. But just really kind of encouraging you guys to pivot in whatever way you can to adapt to a world where we really don't have access to brick and mortar, but we do have access to an unlimited reach through social media and through the internet. So that is it. I really want to thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me. I apologize again from the bottom of my heart that we couldn't do this live and face-to-face. I'm not going to be able to do the Q&A, obviously, but please know that I am really committed to answering your questions, helping you with any concerns or strategies. Anything that you need, please reach out to me. Again, you can email me at info@kristinkoltik.com. You can comment here, or you can message me on my Facebook business page, Kristin Koltik. So that's it. Thank you guys again. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're all healthy. I hope that you have peace during this time of rest, and all of my love and light to you for success and happiness. God bless.